I have a hard time with all of this, and my problems is that, and I think I spoke to both of you. When I go home to West Virginia, the same as Nebraska, or the same as anywhere else in the country, people say, what do you expect to be different than what you've done in that region of the world for 13 years? If money or military might hasn't changed it, what makes you think you can change it now? And when you start looking at what we've spent, almost $20 billion trying to build up a 280,000 person army in Iraq, and the first time they were tested, they turned tail and ran. Turned over the arsenal that we equipped them with, now is being used against us. Anyone seen the video of ISIS taking all that back into Syria is just absolutely appalling for us to look at that. And then when you look at what we have done in that part of the world, a total of Iraq, $818 billion, these are the figures I have. $818 billion has been spent, $747 in Afghanistan and growing, $1.6 trillion to date and growing. 4,400 lives lost in Iraq, 36,000 wounded, 2,200 lives in Afghanistan, and 21,000 wounded. Only thing I'm saying is as I understand Syria, it's a sectarian war conflict against the Assad regime. So everybody in there, whoever they may be, is fighting Assad, the way I understand it. If they're all fighting Assad, even though they might not be united, they all know they're trying to get rid of the Assad regime. We're supposed to carve out 5,000, 3,000, 5,000 at $100,000 per person. If my math is correct, $5 billion or $500 million for 5,000, correct? Okay, huh? So that's 100,000 per person that we're supposed to do. Only thing that I know that we're short of is that training, and those weapons will probably be used against us at some time in the future, if everything that's happened in the past. I have a hard time understanding why all of a sudden we're going to convince these 5,000 to turn and fight ISIS, who's fighting the same religious war that they're fighting against the Assad regime. Doesn't make any sense. I'm in total support of air support, of using our tactical and our technology as we have superiority. But I think it should be the Arab-Muslim ground game, if you would. That should be theirs. If we can boost them up a little bit, you said we had to go back in, then either we've done a poor job at training at the beginning, or Maliki was able to undo everything we did in the 2 years that we've been gone. If it's that quickly undone what we have spent, what makes anybody, how can you all explain to me, how can I go home to West Virginia and make sense out of this at all? Anybody want to take a shot at this? It just doesn't make sense to me.